them steppers, huh? But you can't step with us. Niggas swear they certified steppers, but don't step enough. Oh, you be with them steppers, huh? But you can't step with us. Niggas swear they certified steppers, but don't step enough. Oh, you be with them steppers.
Welcome to the Certified Sipper Podcast. I'm your host, Smooth. It's my co-host, KP.
Who I am?
Patrick Ewing.
King Caleb, boy, I told you on the car ride here, we practiced this like 10 times, bro. I say, I'm changing my name from KP to King Caleb.
Okay.
Don't call me KK though, because I'll fight y'all. That sounds a little sus. You know what I mean? You ever heard of a man named like KK? Or like any suspect name like Gay. I know.
Hell no.
On my life, I know a dude nicknamed Gay. The first time I heard it, I'm like, yeah, that shit ain't aging too well, bro. What's up with you though, man?
Good, man. I'm good. How you?
Man, I'm cool, bro. Hey, I've been on that Gotti album. Heavy. And it just dropped, I think, Friday.
Yeah, I ain't listened to that whole yet.
That boy walking on that thing. He got his first song, he come on the album, like addressing the rumors around like him having something to do with Young Dolph's murder and shit. Yeah. And he just straight spitting, no hook, no, you know how the intros are now. And he talking about he's like, I can't believe the nerve of you niggas. Like he said like that. He was like thinking I got something to do with that. He said, I don't even involve myself in business that don't concern me. Like he just addressing it and shit, and then he like, y'all must want to see me.
Yeah, but even if he did have something to do, you think he gonna go on there and say that?
Hell nah. That's why that's more. It would be more of a reason to make this song. Yeah. Like man, let me clear my name real quick. Doing some Tory Lane shit. Yeah. You think? Let me ask you that real quick, cause you know, like I don't know if you still follow that, but like recently, and this is why I keep it real with you. This is why I didn't hang Tory in the beginning. And like, you know, some women may look at this and they still feel a way about little dude and get mad, but it is what it is. Like nah, it's like they don't know who shot what or if she slipped. Man, I think that woman could have slipped on a bottle of glass. Yeah. I bullshit you not.
Cause they said it don't even look like a
gunshot. Cause what killed me was like, as soon as the story hit, you know, just to go really recap real quick, she said she got shot. And I think she had a show like a few days later. Yeah. Hey, bitch, you saw when Boosie got shot? That nigga was in that wheelchair. I was like, ain't no gunshot finna just let you get on stage before. So I had already was skeptical about it. But I was like, you know, I didn't want to be like to miss anybody else's feelings, because I know that's a sensitive ass topic. But I've also seen the flip side of that, where like I've seen a number of times where chicks fake lie and accused, and not necessarily being shot, but like getting beat up by dudes when it ain't never really happened. And so for me, I'm always like, let me wait this out. And now you look at the story, it's like, man, they don't know who did what in that motherfucker. So I just feel bad, because I'm like, niggas gonna owe Tory an apology. You know, the way them niggas came out after that nigga, they gonna go on an apology tour. I
guarantee a nigga ain't getting no apology.
No, he won't. But I mean, it would be warranted. I ain't gonna hold you. Speaking of though, while we on the topic of Tory Lanez, you know, it is the month of February, and I guess this is our first. Yeah, I would say that's our first recording in the month of February. It's Black History Month first and foremost. So shout out to all you beautiful black kings and queens. I want to make sure we plug that real quick. Yes, that's first and foremost. But then this also is Lovers Month. So, you know, I want to kick the first episode of Lovers Month off.
You want to dedicate it to your Valentine?
I ain't got one of them, my nigga. No. My Valentine's is going to be a couple candles, some sage, some Palo Santo, and some weed. That's going to be my goddamn Valentine. Nah, but I do want to dedicate it to, like, you know, we're going to dedicate this first episode to you know, to the Lovers Month, and I wanted to have a conversation around like the shape of R&B now versus how it was back in the day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And because as everybody knows, shit, we got a whole episode of us singing a song that we were surprised that not a lot of people knew about. So people know we into R&B. Yeah. But like, so for you, pick a side. That's how we're gonna jump this off real quick. Yeah. Pick a side. And when I say, I'm gonna say we're gonna call it the 90s for the purpose of the episode and to save words, but I'm talking 90s and early 2000s. So you got the 90s, early 2000s, or you got the R&B of today. And I say we could start that around the last 10 years. So 2012, we can go back to 2010.
Yeah, I'm definitely 90s and 2000s.
So how do you think the new R&B measures up? Is my follow-up question. Do you think they even in the arena to like even?
Hell no.
So you think it's a big gap?
What? Very big gap.
Fuck out of here.
Very big guy. I don't know what them niggas singing about nowadays.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I don't think it's as big as a cap people make it is. I just think that R&B music has become more underground and it's a lot harder to find now. You actually gotta go search for the shit. I would agree it ain't on the Billboard charts and shit.
Mm.
So I can't talk numbers with you, but what you about to say? You about to say you think what?
I think R&B today is more pop than it is R&B. Niggas ain't singing, really.
What?
Niggas is singing and rapping. That's what they
I'm
doing.
glad you went there.
Niggas singing, thinking they want to be rappers. That's what it is.
See?
Niggas want to be gangster singers.
Cause you
all kind of shit.
you think about the mainstream niggas like Psy and Bryson Tiller and Black and them. But today you go get an
niggas not even
education.
consistent, to be honest.
Who you thinking about when you think of singing and rapping? Who you thinking about?
Psy R is singing and rapping.
For sure. That's how bitch
Bryson Tiller singing and rapping.
Yeah. Black singing rap.
Black singing rap.
That's three of them that do it for sure. But that's what I'm saying. When you
even
think
Party Next Door.
Yeah. But see, they got a whole female lane that you ain't even paying attention to. They got some fire music and they got some dudes that's got that Giveon. Man, we gonna get into it. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with you.
You gotta understand, they don't really play all that shit on the radio.
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. That was the point I was making. I'm like, you really gotta go. You gotta go search that shit now. Like that's why I love R&B more now. And we're gonna get into. I'm gonna give you my pick in a minute, but I love the R&B vibe now opposed to how it was back then. And I'll tell you why. Well, I ain't gonna say more, but I'll tell you why. Now it's like if you bumping R&B, you a true fan. Yeah. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because the shit is mid. That's why.
You say mid?
The shit is raging right now.
That man dropped it from mid to
smoking. The same shit you be smoking.
Boy, you crazy as hell. Hey, you crazy as hell. Cameraman, you caught that, huh? Man, say the same shit I be smoking, huh? Wow. Hey, first of all, I promise y'all that gas A1. Man, but second of all, but like I disagree with that point because I think it's just the culture is like has shifted to more of just a party personality, party scene. But like the cult following R&B niggas, like if you really go look and find R&B now, boy, it got some talent. And that's why I'm for the purpose of this show, I'm gonna argue 2022 R&B. Because I promise you, I'm about to come with some heat real quick. Yeah. But first of all, what I wanted to get real quick, since you picking the 90s, give me your top 3 or 5 songs you gonna use this episode to like measure up and to like and to catapult as like your evidence of why the 90s was better. Give me 3 to 5 songs or artists, either one.
My top, I'm gonna go from 1 to 5.
Okay.
My number 1 be R. Kelly.
Easily, huh, for you.
My number 2 gonna be Jodeci.
Okay.
My number 3 gonna be Drew Hill.
Who that's a line
number
up?
4, Jagged Edge.
4 steps from eternity.
Who I said R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, Jodeci, Drew Hill.
Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge. And you only got one person as a solo and you got the rest groups. I see they did a lot of that back in the day.
Number 5 gonna be
we got.
I'm gonna give it to Silk. I guess Silk.
Oh man, you went in the crates for the hour. I thought you was gonna say some shit like 112 or Boyz II Men or some shit like that. I like Silk though. Blackstreet would have been another one I probably thought out back then. Yeah. And then listen, don't get me wrong, so I'm gonna give you my 5 because I'm gonna give you my 5, but they just probably gonna be like artists or songs or whatever. Because that's another point. You don't really see groups nowadays. Yeah. Like what R&B group they got right now? Do they know? Now that I cannot think of right now. And if it is one, I'm sleep on them. But like everybody doing their own individual thing. I think like artists come together a little bit more and make albums now. But from today's R&B, you don't even see. So we gonna right off the bat, y'all see he cheating because I asked for 5 songs and people. He got 4 of them got groups and them groups is 3 people or bigger. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got like 35 people he can pull from over that. But it's cool. Yeah. So in 2022, right now, who I'm pulling to come fight with you, like I'm definitely pulling Snow Allegra out, cause I got her specifically to fight against all them Erykah Badu comments and them Sade's and all that them little vibes you gonna mention right there. Snow, so she in there.
That's crazy. I don't even know who that is.
You don't know? This man don't know who Snow.
No clue who that is.
I told y'all he about to get an education today. So I'm gonna
you know they ain't mid.
I'm gonna throw Snow Allegra in there. And like, listen, a bunch of y'all out there, when y'all hear my lineup, just know it's my preference on what I vibe to. I'm not saying who's better and what today and in today's R&B. But so Snow Allegra gonna be there. I'm definitely gonna put some Summer Walker. Cause she bring that pain. So anything you want to match up with like Mary J. Blige and Keisha Cole and all that lane, I'm bringing Summer Walker to that. I'm definitely finna pull out my boy Brent Faiyaz, because he gonna match all that Jodeci shit you talking about. Yeah, you crazy. You ain't listening to Brent.
That lineup, man.
Yeah, hold on, listen. Listen, you ain't listen. Snow Allegra, Summer Walker, Brent Faiyaz. I'm definitely gotta throw some Sayari in there because that's my guy. Like, I fuck with him. And then number 5, I'm probably gonna take it back, and because I need a legend, like an older legend. So I'm probably oh yeah, fucking right, Miguel. Gotta throw Miguel in there.
That lineup does not compare to my.
But listen, no, I just put that in there for the purpose of arguments because I wanted you to know. So I knew it's gonna be some names you didn't know. But while we go through this episode, I'm gonna walk you through how these new people really matching up to some people you fit in the name. But keep in mind, I mentioned Miguel, but I ain't pull out Bruno Mars on purpose. I ain't mentioned
that's mostly pop.
Chris Brown, but it's probably more in your era. He probably before 2010. But if you would let me have him, because he started this whole new little wave that people are on now. But I ain't mentioned him. I ain't mentioned none of the August Alsina. It's a catalog I didn't even touch on purpose, because I'm gonna highlight some new heat for you. Cause I think you need to educate, and I feel so disrespected that you say you ain't no Snow Allegra. The way that thing look too, she bad. And
see, I don't really listen to women R&B artists, to be honest.
You don't at all. Dang. So let me ask you something real quick though, before we jump into like the comparison piece. Walk me down like memory lane for you, like what 90s music, like give me what your fondest memories are with with 90s music for you. Like when you listening to my 90s music, where it take you?
Man, my best memories, I say, like, I remember in 6th grade, I had this big old crush on this chick in Holy Ghost. I went to Catholic school, for y'all that ain't know.
Yeah.
It was
Holy Ghost, Catholic.
That Aaron Hall song, I Miss You.
Yes.
Remember that? Yeah. I vividly remember singing that shit to her.
Dang, did they laugh at you? In school, they laughed at you, or they thought it was cute?
They thought it was cute, I guess. That and R. Kelly, Down Low.
That nigga been smooth as hell.
Because back then, like, the videos was way better. The R&B videos. You know how R&B videos was like movies back then compared to R&B videos they do now.
Yeah, but and that, like, speaking on it, I do want to tap into how the genre has shifted though, because you're right. Because if you think about like the choreography that took place back then, like and the creativity that came from all that, and like the group stuff that I mentioned earlier about how like R&B had groups, and then like videos were heavily pushed, and like that image was just in your face. Like when you look at it from that standpoint, I think it's because they had like engines behind them. The record labels, like huge record labels and shit, gonna push that shit, and they know how to market it. Now, if you look at the music, I guarantee you, if some of the artists that I named on my list, all of the ones I named on my list right now, if they had record label backing like the cats you named on your list, I got some Silks on my shit right now. Like I got a Jodeci on my shit right now.
No, hell no. Them niggas had hits.
But like these niggas got hits, but the genre is different. Just like people in rock and roll right now got hits, but they ain't hitting like in the 70s.
The niggas you name got hits, but like I've never heard of them. I never heard of the hits. Like everybody knew Jodeci. So Jodeci was on Martin, nigga.
Listen, Brent Faiyaz, Dead Man Walking.
I don't even remember
Making
the song.
Love,
I know who you talking
Poison.
about, but man, come on, man.
What?
You can't compare that, bro.
You ain't heard it. Fuck the world, I'm a walking erection.
Bro,
what?
You know the first time I heard this song?
Don't add me if you ain't nasty.
In your motherfucking car, nigga. I never heard this shit on the radio.
That man say, don't add me if you ain't nasty, bro. What you talking about?
There's no comparison, man. And you know it.
Nah. Hold on. First of all, let's make a point to point out, like, while I am repping for the new school, I'm not gonna shit on. I purposely wore this shirt today. We not gonna shit on the queen, one of the queens, you know. So I'm an R&B head, core and core. So you know what, Leah, rest in peace to the dead. You know, damn Lauryn Hill, all the people who paved the way. There's much respect to y'all, but I'm just saying, like, y'all act like R&B just gone now. So that's what we talking about. Like, but for me, just to kind of get back on topic and answer my question, like, it's similar to yours. Like, you know, you said you put yourself specifically in a moment. Mine was just more of like an era. I remember like for me when I was listening to like R&B, like I was writing. That's how the fuck I got started with my game at first. Like. I learned how to talk to little girls. It's like I'll be listening to what they say. I'll be rewinding the goddamn R&B song. Let me catch some of the words. And then I just implement it into my conversation however I wanted to. But yeah, and when I wrote them letters, nigga, I'm writing letters down using some of them lyrics and shit. So when I hear that, and that's why, same reason why it was hard for me to like let the music of R. Kelly die. Like I said, I don't care about the person. Y'all do what y'all want with him. Like. You know, I definitely appreciate his art because he contributed to a lot of that shit for me. And while, you know, I can understand he might have been thinking about whatever he was thinking about, I was 11, 12-year-old Caleb thinking about 10, 11, 12-year-old Jane Doe. Yeah. It just is what it is.
You see, like, back then, niggas was singing about love, being with one female, shit like that. Nowadays, niggas, you know, ain't singing about fucking a lot of hoes. You can't say they singing about love and shit
they
like
are,
that.
Bro, they are. That's bro, they are. And they singing about love and heartbreak. And I'm going to get on that topic. However, before I get on that topic to make my point for the new school, so we going to act like the old school ain't have some of that same shit. Bro.
It wasn't as bad as it is now, though.
Bro, what?
Name a song. They talk about having a lot of females and shit.
My nigga, are you serious right now?
Like they do now.
Man, hey, you pick an artist, Jodeci, R. Kelly, Drew Hill.
No, but they don't exactly say it like they do now.
Man.
Like Side Ari talk about, like Side Ari talking about.
You know the difference is in the 90s music, they was apologizing for the actions that they did. Meaning like, oh damn, baby, you caught me, I'm sorry. Yeah. But the music is saying, nah, it's like, but you know we out here fucking. Yeah. like this the game. Like this what I think it's more intentional, but much to your point when you was talking about how like the love songs and how they were really like catering to women, I 100% agree with that. Like I do agree that the music today has shifted to like, it's not so much about the love and compassion and showing that to a woman. R&B now for me is different because it's more about like implementing self and like owning your bullshit and stuff. Like so like you like shit, pick Summer Walker for example, right? I remember like she counseled like some of her tours and all that shit to let people know like, listen, I'm dealing with some mental issues. I go through anxiety, depression. I gotta take time for that. And then she came back and put shit like that in her music, right? Yeah. So like a lot of times when like, case in point, Boyz II Men, that fourth member, I forget his name. Not Melvin. The one that...
The nigga with the deep voice in the background?
Yeah, the deep voice nigga. I found out recently that he was going through, he had like multiple scoliosis and and he like was dealing with depression and shit, but like that never was displayed in the Boyz II Men's music and shit like that, or never was put on display, right? It was kind of like, this is R&B, this is the genre, we gonna make love, we gonna cater to women, we gonna talk about how we fuck up and all this shit, but we never gonna give them personal information. Yeah. Fast forward to now, man, all of the fucking R&B music is personal. Yeah. Like you have, they giving you their life, and I think it's because social media has made artists and celebrities feel a little bit more regular, if you will. Like, you know, they feel like people can reach them and they can reach people now. So I think it's a little bit easier to share your life. Yeah, you know.
But the same thing. Like the R&B artists today want to be rappers.
I do agree with you on. I mean, shit. Even some of the ones I named, well, all of the ones I named got multiple rap artists on multiple songs that they created since the beginning of their career. Boom, that's all right. But I think that's also because hip hop culture has become so big, like rock and roll was, that it's influencing every fucking genre. You pick a genre and tell me where hip hop not at.
But I think they add rap now because people done stopped listening to R&B.
Yeah, you got to get the listeners. Yeah, and that's the point I'm making. Same thing. Whenever the pop numbers started getting down, a lot of pop artists started reaching in. If you remember, like in the early 2005 to 2010, you saw a lot of hip hop artists just getting on pop songs just to try and bring some light back to that culture. Yeah. You know, country singers been doing it forever, just kind of mixing that. And you know, rock stars, Kid Rock and them was doing that. Back in the day, they was bringing hip hop in. So my point is like that genre is just so fucking big that I think everybody's influenced by hip hop now because that's what everybody's listening to. That's why my point is made that you can't knock today's R&B for being influenced by something that your culture didn't have to deal with. Because back in the 90s, what genre ran the fucking music scene?
R&B.
R&B.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, meet a chick today. Let's say y'all go have sex tonight. And she want to put on some music. I guarantee you ain't gonna be no new
so
R&B.
Mad.
I guarantee you ain't gonna be no new R&B.
A young boy, I'm gonna punch her in her stomach.
She's gonna put on some old R&B. I guarantee you that.
I agree with that 100%. By and large, I think that if a chick, you put her to a chick crib to set the mood, she might. I'm gonna say depending on the age bracket, bro, because that's where the support for the R&B coming from. Like the women are still driving the new music today. It's us that don't really. I think for the most part, us dudes. Well, y'all dudes. I'm all immersed in it, but y'all dudes that ain't really tapping in. So, cause I've been to chicks' cribs and they got Snow Allegra, they got her, they got all that new pain music and soul music in the background. I'm like, okay, this is the vibe. Yeah. Cool. But then, you know, I definitely come in and just be like, you know, we'll switch it up and I throw some old school out there just to kind of flip back and forth and see, you know, where her head is and, you know, what she can vibe on. But for the most part, women still do it. So I think I could. You know, that's a flip of a coin. Yeah. However, I do think that, like, when you talk about, like, timeless music, like, what's going to last, like, because the genre is so weak right now, you know, collectively, that's the only reason why I think the music R&B now is not as timeless. Yeah. Because if like I said, if we had the same marketing, the same pushing back then as they did now, man, these cats making timeless songs, just nobody listening to them. Yeah. So,
but I don't. The niggas that sing nowadays, I don't think they sing better than niggas back in the day. Them niggas do not sing better than Casey and JoJo or R. Kelly.
Man.
No.
Man, these niggas listen to Casey and JoJo right now, they sound terrible.
Right now, nigga, I'm talking about back then. Them niggas is not singing like that.
Bro.
Ooh, yeah. Them niggas can't do that. Them niggas can't do that.
Son, that Keith Sweat was crying, bro. You telling me niggas today can't sing better than Keith Sweat. I'm not saying Keith Sweat can't sing, but bro, they got niggas out here sounding like Keith Sweat.
You really think Bryson Tiller can sing?
Yeah, he can say you can't.
No, hell no, nigga.
You think B Tiller can't sing?
The only nigga that can sing now, I say Chris Brown.
Giveon, you better say Giveon can sing if you know who he is.
I heard a couple songs because you had it, but nah.
I've been on the way. What you talking about,
man,
boy?
You crazy.
Man, that's what I'm saying. See, I don't think you listening, but yeah, you definitely got to give it to CB, 100%. Like what? But that's Miguel.
He can sing, I guess.
Lloyd, August Alsina.
Man, you cannot put Lloyd now. Come on,
I'm just mentioning some of the niggas that just had some vocals. Tyrese, or you own it now? That's early 2000s.
That's everybody you said is early 2000s, except Miguel.
Man, what? So
Tyrese.
I mentioned Bruno Mars. You don't let me talk about. You said he popped, so I had to move him out of the genre. Man, The Weeknd, I guess he popped too, right?
The Weeknd can sing. I give you that.
I'm just telling you guys some singers out there. Sayari can't sing?
Badly, man. Badly.
Wow. Listen,
I'm talking about niggas that could hit high notes now. I ain't talking about...
R. Kelly was the only one you got on your list that could do that. We ain't high.
R. Kelly, Keith Sweat, Casey and JoJo.
Which one of them niggas hit a high note?
Cisco. Come on now, Caleb. Come on now.
Cisco. I give you Cisco.
These niggas cannot sing, bro.
And you know the sad part is like, you really mentioning 90s R&B right now, and you ain't mentioned one chick.
I'm trying to, one chick I used to, Aaliyah,
I was
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Back then I did listen to him. I get
I'm about to say, I know if you really threw on the beat, some of them songs, like Real Love.
I know Mary J. Blige song word for word.
I say, Real Love, some Aaliyah Rock the Boat, or that 4-page letter, like
SWV. I used to listen to them.
Man, I was about to say TLC was one, but then I was about to mention Salt and Pepper, but they the 80s and they
Escape.
Escape. Oh yeah, Escape. Matter of fact, thank you for mentioning Escape. Back to your point about rap, singing about type of music where it's just cheating and doing slick shit. Escape got a whole little song called Secret, nigga. Yeah, what is we talking about?
That's one of the only songs they had, man. That's like their biggest hit.
Exactly. Your biggest hit is what today's music is. So they pioneered that culture. To me, if you ask me. But what would you say your song of the 90s is? Like what I know you mentioned like artists, right? You gave me 5 artists, like
the main song.
Yeah, some shit that you just bump on. Give me a few of them. You ain't gotta just limit it to one. Just give me a few songs that like you know when it come on, you spitting it word for word.
Jagged Edge, I Promise.
Oh yeah. Facts.
Aaron Hall already said that I Miss You. R. Kelly, Jeep.
Damn, man.
R. Kelly, Slow Dance.
Oh, you finna run a whole R. Kelly.
Montel Jordan. Would you say Montel Jordan R&B?
Yes.
Montel Jordan.
I'll give him. He 90s. He early 90s.
Montel Jordan. What's the name of the song?
Oh, This Is How We Do It?
Yeah, this is. Yeah. That's mostly
that's dance though, but it still fall underneath the genre. Yeah. So you talk about a lot of R. Kelly, and you keep you keep it in the 90s. You not fucking with the R&B thug R. Kelly? I'm just the R&B thug.
Hell no. Some of his songs, a couple of his songs.
He was trash then, right? Yeah. Hey, R. Kelly, but at that point, I'm like, bro, go back to what you do when you was doing it. But yeah, I mean the way you just listen to all those songs just now, like if you paid attention to, I know I mentioned Brent Faiyaz's Dead Man Walking and Rehab and all that, but like if you touch, man, I'm telling you right now, I think Miguel dropped Ran, R-A-N, real ass nigga, the song, man. I promise you, man, that song right there, Ran, you put that against any song in the 90s and it's holding its own. Man, you crazy.
I've never heard the song, to be honest with you.
You've definitely heard Miguel Ran. You've never heard Miguel Real Ass Nigga.
No.
I see that. I'm arguing somebody who ain't tapped into the music today, and that's why it ain't making sense.
They not real singers, man. Miguel is not an R&B singer.
He not.
No.
Well, what is he?
Miguel is like a.
Bro, Miguel is definitely R&B. You can't.
No, he like a pop R&B, man.
When I mention R&B niggas, you want to hand it to the white people. That's common.
Miguel is not black. So Miguel black.
He black and I think, yes, Miguel is black. Black and something else.
Like 10% black.
No, man.
He mostly Hispanic, man. The nigga name, what nigga you know named Miguel, nigga?
Bro, Miguel got some black in him, bro. Bruno Mars is black too.
10%.
Man, listen, you know who else that I didn't even touch on real quick before we move on? I didn't even talk about Childish Gambino.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
Oh, boy. Danny Glover, if you want to call him by his stage name, his real name. But
see, again, you not naming no real R&B
So you saying Childish Gambino can't sing? To me, Childish Gambino is who I would give you when you want to mention like Prince and shit.
Childish Gambino is pop, rap, and he sing.
So
I'm talking about real R&B.
Is Prince and Michael Jackson R&B to you?
No.
No.
Pop artist. King of pop. R. Kelly. I mean, not R. Kelly, Michael Jackson.
I don't know, bro. It's all in all, bro. Listen, they do make it hard to argue today's music, but the main leg you get to stand on is the one that nigga like it ran music back then. So yeah, we can't look at it from a number standpoint. So you already win that leg. So I'm fighting a losing battle right there. We can't talk about who did what numbers.
Yeah,
because that's Your Usher went diamond. And Boyz II Men went 11 million. You know? You go down the list, all them niggas 8, 9, 10, 11 million, right? So you can't talk the numbers. So and then it's hard to talk against like record labels and all the other stuff with the, when you talk about like the dancing and the making love. I think that they had a lot more songwriters and shit now. That's why to me it's about like the quality and content of the song and the vocals. If we measuring off them two, bro, today's music, I would actually argue and tell you the content of the music in R&B today is better than the 90s.
Oh, no.
Because all they talked about was loving and grinding and shit. Like I say, tonight they way more introverted, socially conscious, talking about self, helping you go through shit. When you, so many fucking Bryson Tiller songs and black songs out there talking about just dealing with breakup and like going through, rebuilding yourself as a nigga and all that shit. Like there was no music that I could really point to like that in the 90s that was speaking about it from a man's perspective, because it was always apologizing or trying to make love to you. We either was fucking you good or was fucking up over you back in the 90s. Nah. It's like, yo, let me do this inner work and tell you who I am.
Them niggas was better storytellers back then, man.
You kidding me, man.
Nigga, Aaron Hall had a whole video how he was in love and his wife died and doing pregnancy and the nigga running crying. Nigga, them niggas had movies for their videos, nigga.
But that's my point, boy. They had a whole cheat code. Yeah. They had a whole cheat code because of the machine. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, when I look at R&B videos now, it's very isolated and it's just the artist in the woods or, it looked like
R. Kelly download video, nigga. He cheating on, take Mr. Big woman, Mr. Big catch him, and then they storytelling, then they gonna drop him off in the desert.
Hey, y'all, watch how quick we jump in the character. This is Mr. Big. I know you better catch it. He don't even remember the lyrics. How you doing, Mr. Big? What the hell? And I ain't gonna lie, that Mr. Big series that he had and that Trapped in the Closet, I fucked with it. And we giving R. Kelly too much shine. We gonna get dragged. These comments, just know, hey, we had appreciation for the music. I can't say that enough. But no, man, like listen, like I say, this is Lovers Month. So like I wanted to kick off Lovers Month, just coming to the set, just kind of setting the tone, let people know, man, listen, there's some quality music out there that can really set y'all tone. Like let R&B assist you in getting what y'all trying to get for the night. Listen, how many times would you say R&B helped your night be successful on a kill shot?
A million times. Every time I go on a date, and if the chick ride me, I put on that Jodeci.
You gotta put it on.
Jagged Edge.
And that's a good question. Okay, so when you in the car, who your go-to artists are? Like when you ride, you going on a date, you flossing with a chick. What's your go-to artist?
Probably Jodeci.
Jodeci. Now, what's your go-to song for them?
They got a song called, how that shit go? I can't even think about it now. Yeah. But I'd say probably maybe Freaking You or... I about
to say probably some shit you letting them know, listen, this is what I'm on today. Nah, but I do the same thing. I actually like it, and I got a playlist. And it's all today's R&B. It's a playlist called Song for Her. If y'all get a chance, man, y'all find me on Apple Music. Y'all can, if you got Apple Music, y'all can follow. Just find my name, Caleb Portery. Man, I got a playlist. I promise you it ain't no misses on it. It's called Songs for Her. Y'all check it out. I put that playlist on every single time we get in the car. But I'll be honest with you though, it's more of a trap soul vibe than it is just straight R&B. Much to the point that you was making how like, and I guess that's the perfect way to kind of wrap up the last episode. I mean, the finishing part of this episode is like, I would say the difference in the R&B and why like, people have like switched up or whatever is it is going from the R&B pure soul, blues, passion, pain to the trap soul shit, like to where like Future can hop on an R&B song and you could feel like you in love or whatever that content is about, and also feel like you can turn up with, when Future starts spitting. So like, that trap soul piece I think is like molded the culture to like what it is today too. But I don't think that's a reason to knock it. But
see, like for me, Jodeci, Jodeci made me the man I am. Like,
see, you hear that, right?
When Jodeci, nigga, I remember dressing up with leather pants, with the black glasses, and my cousin was my babysitter, nigga, and I used to do all they dances.
I gotta hit Alexis up right now to find that picture. I need a side by side.
I got in trouble. At Holy Ghost. You know Holy Ghost dances?
Mm-hmm.
I got in trouble like doing a nasty grind dance on a female because of Jodeci, nigga.
Who caught you?
I don't know, one of the teachers, some shit like that.
Wait, hold on, hold up, Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost back in the day used to have the teachers there.
Well, this was like used to have sleepovers.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that was the different. Yeah. I remember. I used to always try and get to them little sleepovers with the sleeping bag. Yeah, I about to say the Holy Ghost dance. That was
they let
a whole lot of nasty grinding was going on.
Let you get on right there.
But yeah, so like, yeah, and I do this like for me, whenever I'm courting a chick and like getting to know her, like that day shit. And all that stuff I do, that's preliminary just to pick your brain and make sure I won't like kick it with you and pursue more. But like if I hit your phone and be like, hey, what you doing? And like you just chilling, I'll be like, hey, look, I'm about to come pick you up real quick. I'm about to go bend a corner smoking and ride, and listen to some music or whatever. I hit you up on that. Oh yeah, that's me bringing you to my world. Like I do that on purpose because my success rate on that. Yeah. I mean, I'm giving y'all too much game. They gonna be like, hell no, nigga, I ain't coming ride with you. What you think this is? Nah, but man, we're gonna go ahead and bring it over to Bro Talk, bro. I kind of wanted to get what you got for Bro Talk. We'll wrap up this episode.
Bro Talk, fellas, I'll just say, like, if you try to get good in with a chick, don't put on none of that new shit Caleb talking about. Put on some Jodeci or some Jagged Edge or some shit like that. Don't let that nigga confuse y'all. But outside of this podcast, that nigga always listen to the Jagged Edge and let him know niggas.
Hey, I was. That's true. I was about to give a disclaimer right before I went into my Bro Talk. I was about to say, listen, my point to me, I think, is that like I asked the question in the beginning, which side are you on, 90s or the new day R&B, right? Meaning pick a side. Yeah. So I chose the R&B of today for the sake of the argument today, but like, man, I'm not with you just like, you talking about old school R&B killing today's R&B. I disagree wholeheartedly with that. I definitely think today's R&B is in the game. However, like you come.
They on the bench though.
All right, my nigga. I'm gonna try, but my point is, listen, I really enjoy all of R&B, nigga. I take you back to the 70s and the 60s when my mom and them used to put they shit on with the Temptations and Mel Waiters and I mean what? I ain't gonna bump no more. With no big fan.
You consider that R&B?
Yes, that's still the same thing.
Kinda.
But listen, man, just to wrap up the episode for my Bro Talk, man. I just kind of wanted y'all to while we on this whole little lovers month, right? I just wanted y'all to focus on the self part, right? And be intentional about that. I'm always preaching, making sure y'all take care of you, but that's because I only believe that you can only be great for somebody else when you're great for yourself, man. So I am KP of the Certified Steppers Podcast. This is my old ass homeboy who only want to listen to 90s R&B.
I want to dedicate this podcast to my Valentine, Megan Good. Ooh, yeah.
All right, by the time we do the next show, I'm going to have to find me a Valentine now, man. Hey, listen, I am KP. That is Smooth, and we going to see you on the other side. Check you out.